Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, however y'all want to describe it. Um, I just, sorry about moving. I just watched a video by Survival Living on, the death of a family in Colorado. Duke, Duke, be quiet. Shush. I swear I do that 30, 40 times a day when I'm out. Anyway, I'm out here on my back porch that I did. And it's very upsetting to me to hear of this family that made some very poor decisions, and unfortunately, it cost them their lives. But what's even more disturbing is the fact that there are YouTube channels out there who are telling people who have an earthly idea how to survive in the woods, um, that they can do it. Okay, now if you if you are like me, I'm just gonna be blunt. I live in suburbia. Everything I do is in my backyard. I mean, my gardens are in my backyard. My chickens are in my backyard. I built that chicken coop by myself. I put all these garden beds in by myself. There's no one here to help me. Okay? Not saying that I wouldn't like the help. And as you can see, my sunflower is getting ate up by pests. I mean, this is something that you deal with. Okay? I want to make it very clear that everything I'm telling you is about increasing your odds of being able to eat out of your backyard, much like they did in the 1930s and 40s with Victory Gardens. I am not a survival trainer, though I do know a little bit of survival skills. I can guarantee you that I am not to the level to teach you. So I want to make that very clear. But I want to make it also clear that if that is something that you want to do, then you need to start looking up training courses and going through that training. Being a person who has gone hunting in the past, and I still enjoy going out in the woods on occasion, I can tell you that you are not the top predator out there. You actually are on the bottom half of the food chain, because everything else that's out there knows how to get away from the predators. You don't. Number two, the pests that are out there, the bugs, the snakes, can take you out. Number three, the very weather can take you out. Do not, please, 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 do not go out and say, I'm going to go off grid and have no earthly idea how to do that. You cannot just have books on it and know. It just, that is something, surviving in the woods, being in the woods, is not something that you can learn from a book. There's a lot of stuff out there in the woods that honestly you just have to experience. You can't learn it from a book. Okay? My suggestion would be, if living off grid is something that you really, really want to do, start looking into some of the YouTube channels and watch some of their videos, see if that is of interest to you. But also, beyond just watching the channels, go to training, you know, hook up with people who are doing the off-grid lifestyle, you know, get up with them, learn from them, because there is so much involved in going off-grid, and it is not all guns and roses. Okay, it's hard work. This right here, I just sprayed these yesterday. Okay, unfortunately, right after I sprayed them with neem oil, I come home, it's devastated. I have no kale now. I'm liable to lose this sunflower because I'm now out of neem oil and I gotta wait till tomorrow to get some more, which means more than likely these Japanese beetles, which I'm having a fit with this year, will more than likely eat up this one sunflower. They've already ate up my kale, as I showed you, and they've already done a number back there on my turnips. This is just part of growing your own food and trying to subsidize your food. If you're in an off-grid situation, this here would be devastating. This could kill you. So I want to make that very clear. This could kill you. Everything that I tell you, I try and err on the side of safety, because I don't want to see anybody get hurt from anything that I tell you. That's why I just felt compelled to come online and do a video. Very tragic situation to happen in Colorado. That's very tragic. Another tragic situation that I watched and read about was out in Yellowstone. You know, a lady lost her life to a bear because they went out into the woods where the bears are, and they did not take bear spray. They did not have a weapon. They had no way to protect themselves. Okay, you are a meat popsicle to a bear. I just want you to know that. You're a meat popsicle to a cougar. You're a meat popsicle to a wolf. Okay, and normally with wolves, they normally ain't just one. There's normally a pack of them, normally 10 plus. Now, what a lot of people don't talk about is the fact that you're also a meat popsicle to a freaking coyote. If there's enough of them, especially down here in North Carolina where I live at, we have packs of 150 running together. They'll see you as just you're a snack. I hate to put that to you that bluntly, but that's the truth. And I'm not going to tell you anything untrue. Be careful, folks. You know, I would love to go off-grid, okay? I can't afford it. And that's God honest truth. I can't afford it. I barely make ends meet as it is, okay? Everything I got from taking off of my food table. You know, took a meal off a day off my food table in order to pay for everything that I needed to get done on my property. You got to make those decisions for you. I would love to go off grid. It's probably never going to happen in my life, and I would not do it by myself. I'm a single woman. There's no way I would try and do that by myself. That's the God honest truth. And to say that I don't have skills is a lie. I do have skills. I like to err on the side of safety. And going by yourself out in the middle of nowhere is not erring on the side of safety. Yes, it'd be nice to be off-grid. Yes. It's not feasible for me at this time. And now, if I win the lottery or something, maybe I would. But until then, I'm in suburbia. And I'm going to tell you what works for me here. And this is what works for me here. You know. That's what I had for you today. I mean, I was just really touched by that video, because Lord only knows how many people die every year from listening to individuals online who haven't a freaking clue. They don't have a clue. I mean, you take them out in the woods and they're like a stumbling, bumbling child. And that's the truth. And I can say honestly that was me, until I went and got up with a good group of hunters and they taught me how to hunt. You just don't go out there to hunt. You got to know how to hunt. And that takes skill. And it takes time. And it takes you breaking your back to learn how to hunt. You know, it's just like fishing. You just don't go out and throw a line in the water and think you're going to go fishing. It takes skill. You got to know where to put the worm. You got to know what kind of bait to use. You got to know what kind of fish you're fishing for. It takes skill. It's not something you can learn from a book. It takes practice. Same thing with shooting a gun. You just don't throw a couple bullets in a gun and be able to hit the target. It takes skill. It takes practice. So I gotta say, I agree with Survival Living here. If you are a YouTuber and you're telling people that they can survive on their own off grid without any context to that message, you're wrong. Because you're going to cause people to die or get maimed. And you should really stop and think about what you are telling people. I drive a truck all day long. I could teach you how to drive a truck. Okay? Survival Living. He goes out in the woods all day long. He can teach you how to survive in the woods. I can't. I don't know that. Could I survive in the woods? Maybe. I know a little bit. Maybe. Be aware of who you're listening to, folks. Not everyone has your best interest in mind, and unfortunately there's a lot of people out here that the only reason they're on YouTube is to make $1 off of you. So be aware of that. Be aware of the fact that not all the information that you're going to see on YouTube is going to be true. Do your due diligence, folks. And I'm sorry about the condensation on my phone. I just come in from a nice 65-degree house outside to 102. So we're going to have a little bit of condensation. I'm sorry about that. But Duke is panting. There's my buddy right here. My buddy right here, he is 12 years old. And he's happy. And y'all might think me crazy, but I bought this house for him so he could have his own yard. And that right there is all I got to tell y'all today. So be aware who you listen to. Be aware of the people that you are thinking are experts and having a freaking clue. Bicycle.